All right. So I go back to Connecticut with my grandmother for a little while. This is post-Elan. This is post-Elan. And I go back to Connecticut. I stay with my grandmother. I don't have enough credits to go to school. Did I ever stay with her? No, I'm sorry. No, there was a brief moment in between. I'm staying with the parents, and I didn't want to be there. My grandmother was going to let me go. Got in a huge fight with my fucking stepdad and my mom on Easter. So, it was snowing. I was 16. I didn't have a license. I'd only done driving school up there, and what little grandfather driving he taught me before I went to Elan, and the drunken, well, here, just drive the stick shift of my stepdad trying to teach me how to drive because he's too drunk to drive. My mom and him home from the club. Yeah, fun times. So, it's a blizzard. I go by my friend's house, and I'm like all mad about it and shit. We smoke a bowl. And without telling him where we're going or what we're doing, I convinced him to let me drive him over to where I was going to move to. That's how I ended up in Maine. And so he says, all right, you know what, we'll go on this road trip. Y'all, in a fucking blizzard. Fucking blizzard. I mean, whiteout blizzard condition. My non-experienced driving ass 16-year-old self grabs my friend in his, what was it, like a 260Z or something like that. One of those really cool little Elan or Subaru cars. And drive in a whiteout blizzard to Maine. And confident as all get out, I'm like, oh, it'll be fine, this is fine. So I get behind a semi, you know, and this is your driving experience right here. And to follow it, figure out, it's got to be going up I-95 to take us to Maine. It did not, in fact, take us to Maine because apparently that driver was smarter than us and got off the highway. Didn't even know we were off the highway till we stopped moving. I get out of the car to go see why we stopped moving, and we're at a fucking truck stop. Oopsie. Back in those days, those cars had good gas mileage. They could get you all the way to Maine, apparently, on one tank of gas. So we got hot cocoa or whatever, and then we got back in the car, and he was freaking out the whole time. He's like, my mom's going to kill me if I'm not home by tomorrow, and blah, blah, blah. And this, I'm like, it's fine. I'll have you back home tomorrow. I just want to come up here and see my friends. And he's like, oh, all right. So I get up there and see my friends, which is me moving in with I don't remember the fucking guy's name, the psychiatrist. I showed up at his house. I was like, I need a place to stay. And he was like, all right. I did have jobs and stuff. And that was in North Windham, Maine. I got jobs down in Portland, but then it became evident I should stay in Portland. So I went down and stayed in Portland. Got social services there. Was like, oh, yeah, you're a young adult, and we'll help you out. They got this cool little apartment, but my dumb ass didn't want to take that. I wanted to stay with these cool kids I met, and they were just fucking cool as hell, and they had a place, so I moved in with them, and only to find out they lost the apartment. So we all got evicted a couple weeks later. And then I don't know, let's see. Stop fucking with them cats! Isabel, come here. Ugh. Hold on. Fucking lay down. Lay down. Anyway, only to find out, you know, these people are all fucking shit. So I got distracted with the dog chasing the cat. So anyway, I go back to Connecticut, and I want to go to college, but you know, I don't have enough credits. 16. I'm like, fuck it. So I stay at my grandma's. I roll in, Norwalk High, but I couldn't hang out with children. Yes, I know. They're all my age and shit. And I only needed, like, I don't know. I had 16 credits, so I needed 21. So I needed, like, 5 credits. So, you just do one more semester, or, you know, a year, and you'd be done. But I just couldn't hang with these people. I lived a whole different world. And I say that, you know, my behavior didn't get modified. It did. It got modified a lot, but not the way they wanted it to. Again, I now have a fucking serious problem with authority. And, I don't want to listen to anybody. Adults don't know shit. They just want to fucking torture you. They want to fucking lock you up. They want to tell you what to do. Stop it, lady. Stop. They want to make you fucking do what they want to do and without explaining anything. I mean, how hard is it to explain to somebody why you want them to do something? Hi, I, a child, want to know why you want me to wear a purple hat on Tuesday. Come on. Out. Enough. Come here. say, because yeah, I really appreciate if you would wear it on Tuesday, because purple on Tuesday is a special thing for me. And then most kids would be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But if you're like, don't do this, and you don't say why, then that's a big problem. Like for me, oh, I thought I was pregnant when a boy kissed me, because that's, my mother would never explain sex to me. You know, what the fuck? I knew what a prostitute was. I knew what she did. I didn't understand what she did, but I knew what she did at like 7 or 8. So if I can understand that, I could absolutely understand that if you put a boy's pee-pee near your pee-pee, a baby will get in there. That's all you had to say. It's not rocket surgery. Keep boys' pee-pees away from me. It's fine. So, you better act right, dogs. So I did, and I could not get along with the fucking people in school, and I did not want to be there. And so I went on an adventure. I went on a whole goddamn fucking people trying to call me. A whole ass adventure. I met some other kids. I went up to Rhode Island, met some other kids, a little older than me. Ended up in Newport News, Virginia. Met a girl. We were besties for a minute, but then we weren't besties because she tried to be a backstabbing bitch. And I met some people. Ended up in Ohio. And Ohio is like a whole bunch of stories unto themselves. So I'm going to save that for another day. But Newport News was what really taught me how cruel kids can be. These fucking kids are out there hacky-sacking with a live frog. You know? And I was like, no, you should not kill a fucking animal. You know, just don't do that. And they're like, oh, fuck you, you're a nerd, you're not cool. I'm like, well, I don't want to be cool if it means, you know, kicking a poor little frog around, you know? And then the creepy, pervy old guy who's like, you know, oh, I have job as a model. And then my dumb ass was like, okay, I'll be a model. And, you know, took pictures. I wasn't naked or anything, but I was fucking 16 years old. This guy's creepy old guy was like, oh, did you sex? I'll pay you for it. I'm like, no. You know? So that was fucking creepy. But I did end up modeling when I lived in Ohio for a little while. But again, there's so many creepy older guys. It's just fucking disgusting. But how I ended up in Ohio was with the fucking friends I traveled with in Virginia. We went to a concert, and I don't know, I wasn't boyfriend, girlfriend with any of them. I was sleeping with one guy, you know, whatever. It's the road. But they want to go to the concert, and I went to the concert with them, and I met some cool people. Actually, that girl, I ended up thinking it was my bestie later. And so we ended up being like super duper cool friends, and they're like, whatever, and just left me there with all my shit on the side of the fucking road. What a bunch of douchebags. And so I ended up staying with that girl for a little minute, and then we got in our little fights and stuff. So I was like, fuck this. I dragged my little like case, chest or whatever, you know, up to the fucking road, start hitchhiking, and these dudes, they're actually really nice guys, did not try to fuck me. 2 guys were like, oh, we're heading to Akron, Ohio, want to go? And then we have another run over to New York. And I'm like, oh, that'll get me close enough to Connecticut. Yeah, I'll go with you. So I ended up going to Ohio, where I met a fucking lying-ass liar named Bill. And we'll talk about lying-ass liars named Bill. They're always named Bill. Why is that? But that'll be enough for today. We'll just leave us with, I went to Ohio for some strange reason. That will be about it.